Escape to the metaverse. Better act like you know. Yeah. You are now tuned into the Matthew and Rizzle show. Yeah. Escape to the metaverse. Better act like you know. Yeah. You are now tuned into the Matthew and Rizzle show. Yeah. Escape to the metaverse. Better act like you know. You are now tuned into the Matthew and Rizzle show. Yeah. Escape to the metaverse. Better act like you know. You are now tuned into the Matthew and Rizzle show. Yeah.
Dude,
It's crack, man.
Dude, whole new world. Number one, I have a hard cut at the top of the hour, but my God, let's try to get through it. A new day has dawned, has it not?
Yeah, man. Yes. Hard to know how all this shit shakes out. The market has responded to something. So that's a thing. Shit is wild, man. It's fucking wild times we live in. It's hard to know how any of this shit plays out in the long run. I've been like, honestly, like, just so oversaturated with like fucking political shit and like fucking deleting spamming texts from like robo fucking spammers for like months now. I'm like, fucking just really been heads down in the kitchen cooking for a while now, man, and actually finally like getting ready to push some shit out, it seems like, in the not too distant future. So I don't know, man. I need to just fucking like not get fucking sucked into speculative shit and just fucking focus on my own shit right now.
Yeah, no, I hear that. And it must have been wild living in like one of the blue wall states, like literally from like all the talking heads, like the most important state in the election. Like I heard it's ground zero, dude, in a crazy way.
Yeah, it's a lot, dude. It's obviously like a very polarizing situation, and I live in a neighborhood of like, you know, people who I want to have good relationships with, like, you know, how no matter how this shit shakes out. So, you know, it's a thing that affects everything in like one way or another. So and a lot of it is outside of my immediate control. In fact, like the vast majority of it, which is why I'm like, dude, I just gotta fucking focus on the shit that I've got in front of me right now. And a lot of that shit is stuff I feel very good about, man. So so yeah, man, I'm just cooking over here.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like the winning party. I mean, if I have any hope, it's that hope. It's like, all right, the shit show's over. Now it's time to do the work. Like literally, just heads down, get into it, reduce all the regulatory bullshit, go from there. But I don't know, man. It was fascinating to watch, like this whole election. A few folks have been pointing out, like, and calling it the podcast election. You know, people have been talking about, okay, well, maybe X or Twitter is more real life than people have previously assumed. Also, there's the whole like crypto contingent that obviously had a huge impact, like crypto super PACs helping to back like 200 plus like Senate and state house
impact is like not to be
candidates. Yeah. And then on top of all that, the cherry on top of everything is like prediction markets, like Poly Market being like, my God, dude, it was like 6 or 7 hours before the talking heads would make the decision to like finally call it for Trump. And the prediction markets had already kind of settled. And it was like, all right, we don't need these talking heads bloviating, trying to keep eyeballs on ads for hours just because, their internal opaque Met standards haven't been satisfied to the point where they can push it over. When, like, I don't know, like at the end of it, it was like Wisconsin was 97% done. Kamala would have to win out of the 100,000 or so uncounted votes, like 95, 96%, some untenable kind of number. And we got to wait a little bit longer. And it's like, all right, you got to sell more ads, dude. Like the shit wrapped up way quicker than you were thinking. I think all those, like those forces, the crypto podcast side of things, like Twitter, X, like free platforms, let's call it, free social networks, and then prediction markets. My God, man, like all at once. It's been wild to track from that particular vantage point. But also, like, and again, I think a lot of people are waking up and, you know, either tears of joy or like tears of despair in their eyes But if you look at the actual participation across the board, America united last night. Like literally every single political group that you can think of across different demographics, race, gender, whatever. They united, they came up, they showed up for Trump and Vance and Vivek and Musk and crew, right? The only notable exception, the white college educated Karens that were not showing up for Trump, as we could probably have already surmised, which is interesting. There's probably a lot of lessons there. But the fact that literally everyone else kind of came together, probably ostensibly for like a better America, maybe more opportunities for Americans, going in that whole direction. That was low-key inspiring. And I think, again, if people don't fumble the bag, there's a huge opportunity there for everyone. And I feel like, yeah, that's the opportunity, at least today. Could all go to shit. Who knows? Dude in charge is not known to be super stable. But I think there's way more positives and like way more interesting tidbits here that have emerged. And I don't know, people want to act. Like this is the time to do the work. Getting back to your main point.
Yeah, man. Again, trying to focus on the things that are reality and, spend some, see how this affects things that I've been directly involved in, including crypto in like a very long time. I mean, it's like playing out at least somewhat in real time, man. I have like my own like theories and some doubts about how much like the political landscape like actually affects the price ticker and everything. But dude, there's no doubt that this was the like general consensus of the country, man. Like in a fucking resounding way that I don't know if a lot of people really predicted that type of just fucking landslide, man. I thought at the very least this is going to get dragged out for a few days before they call it and be like a tighter thing and everything. Yeah. And and not to get like too off the rails with like the conversation, my concerns are more like, human rights and like women's rights and kind of shit and like how that affects society at large versus the crypto shit. But the crypto shit is my livelihood, man, and that directly affects me. And it's nice to see the market go up for the first time in a little while. I would love to fucking sustain that type of shit because it's been a very long time coming. And I've always been of the philosophy that crypto as a whole is net positive for humanity. So I think, the things that propel that forward, man, generally hopefully end up benefiting everybody, self-sovereignty, et cetera, that kind of thing. So dude, the landscape is fascinating, man. And yeah, dude, I'm fucking in the kitchen with my popcorn, trying to just fucking, ride this out and see what happens.
Yeah. I was lucky. We've been working. We have a few cool releases over on Create this week. Miguel Grest is launching a new collection in a couple hours, which is going to be fun. And then Fabiano Speziati tomorrow. So I'll just focus on that, dude. Working with Roger Deckerman on some cool things, 24 Hours of Art too. I was just telling him too, I was like, dude, I'm so excited or so happy that I don't need to pay attention to the other bullshit swirling around. It's just like focusing on art, on the good stuff, on the work was a great reprieve from all of that.
Right. I feel like I need just like, I feel like I've been needing like win, lose or draw. I've been needing like more mental space to just like not focus on that kind of shit and just like get back to basics 100%. A little bit, which is going to feel good, man. I scooped, I didn't get a ticket yet, true to my form, but I am going to Art Basel, which I'm pretty excited about. I've never actually been there before. And it's like, I can, get in the mix and do some biz dev type of shit down there, which is my intention. But, coming into this, sort of art forward in the sense of like what really resonated in me in Web3. I'm sort of excited to just go to like an art forward type of conference that I can, or conference exhibition. Conference probably isn't like the quite right term or whatever, but excited to do like an art forward thing that I can also justify with what I do in the mix and everything. And it's funny, man. Fabiano actually happens to be in my kitchen as well. So we're sharing cooks here.
Dude, Art Basel, it's an experience. I was there a couple times. But like to your point, like you're gonna love it, man. It's gonna be a great breath of fresh air. So much art, just so much, and like on such a large scale. And it's all of it, like high end, like everyone digital. You're gonna dig it for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's it'll be nice to yeah. All these things are like pretty fun, honestly. But but this one seems like it really is I don't know. This one genuinely sounds like fun first, and I can make it work from like, you know, a professional standpoint or whatever, because I'll inherently like know a bunch of the people down there and be able to like, you know, get in the mix and everything. And keep cooking, man. You know, now that Rizzle Fest is over, you know, I am sort of like back in the kitchen. I've been Fabiano and I have actually been working on things for a long time and are in cahoots with Build Tree a little bit. And you actually are aware of this, but maybe off your radar at this point, because it's a project that we've been messing with for a long time, but got shelved due to finding a dev who could, you know, sort of execute the final stretch of it in the time frame that we wanted to and everything, and found that. And so it's exciting, man. I'll leave it at that. I'm not sure exactly how close we are. The idea is to get it out there before the end of 2024, and it's a fucking stupid fun one, man. In the same vein as some of the more like more well thought out projects that I've done. I don't know, it feels good to create, man. So I've been cooking on that amongst some, you know, already plotting on Rizzle Fest 2025 and some shit to do in the short term between now and then, and squadding up a little bit with that. And it's good, man. A lot of stuff for a long time was like leading up to Rizzle Fest for me, and that dominated a lot of my time. And so being able to sort of get back to the chalkboard kind of thing and just sort of get the creative juices flowing again has been fun.
That's cool. Yeah. And I can't wait to see. I have no idea actually what you've been cooking up with Fabiano. Because I've been cooking up
man. I'll send you a reminder after this. It's great.
No, but we, again, like Fabiano, someone that weekend we got him and Patricia, they put together these voxel gifts that they airdrop to everyone that signs the guest book. And they've been doing this since the beginning of the whip. Dude, there's like a little bit of time. Yeah, a little bit of time in the middle where they took a little break, but they came roaring back, and they've been doing it for years at this point. But on top of that, another collection of good pixel art coming out, and we're going to be airdropping that to 3 lucky winners over and above the voxel gift that they're going to be giving out this week. So yeah, just hats off to Fabiano and Patrizia and all that. I love both of them and everything they've been doing.
I mean, you got to like throw their name in the hat of like some of the most consistent Web3 creators out there at this point, right? Like, I mean, they're like consistent, like at a weekly clip, like you were saying, for us for years. Let alone dropping projects, concurrently and constantly tinkering with new things. And I know Fabiano's like done a lot of stuff across like different platforms and L2s. And, I love just like the general spirit of experimentation and everything. And he's always had that. So, dude, I mean, one of us, right? Like, we got that consistency thing going for us too, and Ben had it for a long time, and there's not a lot of people who have really, really been out there on the regular like Fabiano has. So, and Patrizia too. You know, Fabiano's a little bit more forward facing in terms of like being the voice, but I know she's been in cahoots with him this whole time and has put out a bunch of her own like awesome stuff over the years too. So. Yeah, man, can't say enough about them.
Yeah, so excited for that. Also excited for, I think, Cliff and Trizlet. Are they both going to be presenting at the Whip tomorrow?
Yeah, man. We got Cliff and Trizlet on. This is a little bit of a throwback to Rizzle Fest, where they did a tech trials group activity in real life that was dude, it really gave me like I don't know, like the reality TV show like Survivor or something, like vibes, like, you know, group in real life participation, frantic puzzle solving in nature, kind of thing. Dude, it was super fun. And I know that was like you know, sort of, I don't know if that was their alpha, but it, you know, they're early on and sort of getting this out there and everything, and are cooking up another type of group thingy for us to tinker on while they're talking to us about the project and everything. And forgive me if I miss anyone or if I'm incorrect on this, but I'm pretty sure Ronan the Collector and WG Meats are involved in this in the Tech Trials project as well. Dude, this is a theme that I'm really loving lately. And we talked last week or the week before about like you know, Jin and Ash getting in cahoots together and everything, and some of these like OGs that have been around for a long time and like really know their shit, like squadding up and sort of joining forces a little bit more than I feel like we've seen in the past. So I'm here for that, man. I love when that kind of thing comes together, and I'm anticipating it's going to be something you got to be in the weeds to really appreciate and understand, but also I don't know what I don't know here, and I'm going to be kind of surprised, but that's the type of shit I'm here for. So yeah, man, it should be fun.
Yeah, at Trizlet is such a cool builder. He has a couple like side little projects that he's been tinkering on, one of which I've been doing every single day since Rizzle Fest, Pump. It's just like a fun little addictive like pumping game with the streaks baked into it. Still beta, still very early, but that and with Leet, yeah, super excited, especially in the group setting, because it's meant to be showed and interacted with in a group way. So I think folks will be happy. And like you mentioned, the team is stacked. WG Meets, Ronan behind the scenes, Cliff, and Drizzle. Yeah, it's just it's a really cool project. Excited to have more people get eyes on it and hands on it and all the things.
Yeah, dude, there's like a really interesting thing going on. Like it feels like in the industry in general right now, like expanding on that, like, you know, people sort of squadding up a little bit, people who have been here for a long time and everything, which is nice to see. The Whip has always been like a pretty good example of a squad that has, you know, been together for a long time. And I feel like, you know, at this point, it sort of takes one to know one, like in terms of people who have been here, you know, from the beginning, and having that sort of perspective and context of the space in order to be able to, you know, build and create, you know, fresh stuff and everything. And, you know, we had mentioned Jim in the podcast last week, and they went to tag him on Twitter and saw that, you know, he deleted his Twitter account and everything. And just using that as an example of a lot of people who have been around for a long time, at this point have, you know, decided to take a break or go a different direction, or like, you know, whatever. No judgment for anyone who's got to do whatever they got to do. Dude, for me personally, you know, having been involved in this as long as I have, this is like way longer than I stay involved in like most things. I just lose patience. So yeah. So I get it. I'm just like, it works for me because I'm obsessed. But the remaining factions who have been around for a long time, I feel like are, you know, coming together, and the ones that aren't are sort of, you know, riding off into the sunset a little bit. So I don't know, man. I feel like the Web3 community has always been, you know, sort of fractionalized by like the generations of like people who have come in over which cycles and everything. And it's kind of an interesting thing that's going on with the remaining people who are left. And it's, yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking wild times, dude.
Yeah. And we're starting to see a lot of the tourists come back over the past few weeks, just like noticing people in the feed who I haven't seen for years saying, hey guys, I've been heads down building or something. It's like, all right, you don't have to lie about it. Like, it's okay to be a tourist. This is not for everyone. Although it is also for everyone at their own speed. But for the folks that are, again, like you and me and a whole bunch of other people too, like obsessed, like this is sort of everything in a really inspiring way if you actually utilize and approach it approach everything with the right mindset, right attitude, right tools, and curate a good group of friends to keep you kind of insulated from a lot of the bullshit that wears in other folks. It's literally the best place in the world, in the universe, and it's open to everyone. Internet connection.
Yeah, man. The reason I got here in the first place is because of my like inherent like jaded theory that like society is like pretty fucked up and broken beyond repair, and crypto offers a potential light at the end of the tunnel, man. Like across the board with the concept of self-sovereignty and sort of setting people free financially and everything. So there's a fucking value prop in this for me that it goes like sort of beyond personal self-interest, and and I think that's why it's sticky, man. I feel like regardless of fucking what's going on out there in the political landscape and the fucking shit that's always been out there, we have the capability to create some like actual change with this technology, and gives me some fucking hope, man. I need something to cling on to out here.
Yeah, and it really does have that hope if you look for. Hopefully, we've been helping other people find that their own hope to help them stick around. And when times are lean and dry, it definitely is tough. But again, you get that kind of vein of inspiration, fun shit to kind of keep coming back to. Especially if you can do that with a group of folks. That's it. That's that is the way. That is the Tao of crypto.
Here for it, dude. Got nowhere else to go.
Fucking stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're fucking lifers at this point. But
yeah.
As long as I got my dude, it's all good. We're good.
Yeah, man. There's no crawling out of this rabbit hole at this point, man. I'm in it.
Hell no, dude.
Awesome, all right, man. Yo, good shit, man. Anything else top of mind?
No, I think we hit it. I'm sure we missed a bunch of stuff, but that's what next week is for, and that's what the whip's for tomorrow too. So looking forward to seeing everyone show up there. And until then, be well. Shout out to Uncle Matt in the audience, Dragonate's mom, Dragonate. Thank y'all for listening, and we'll see you in the metaverse.
Uncle Matt, real quick, I need you to send me a fucking link to your invisible drum kit, man. I'm kicking around some ideas. I want to check it out. Good shit. All right, you'll see y'all in the metaverse.
Peace.
Later.